Here we have a new 2026 GMC Acadia. Now this one comes in the AT4 trim level with all-wheel drive. Sterling metallic is the paint. And then we have the 4Storm with mahogany accent, Core-Tech and cloth interior. The powertrain consists of a 2.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. As we come around to the front end here, we do get our LED headlamps along with the LED daytime running lights and LED fog lights. And the lights aren't dancing like that, that's just my camera. But I love the traditional AT4 look, having the red recovery hooks, that nice kind of galvanized grille there. It just has a really nice presence to it. Now, beefy Goodyear Wrangler tires here with these 18-inch aluminum wheels. Passive keyless entry on all 4 doors. And then to the door panel here, power door lock controls. We do have one touch up and down for the driver's side, express down on the other 3 windows. The power mirrors can be adjusted, they're heated, and we have blind spot monitors there. Power lift gate, we have that auto sense lift gate. So when you have the key fob on you, vehicle's off, just walk up to the tailgate or the lift gate and it'll open for you. Bose sound system, electronic parking brake. We have several different drive modes. I'll show you that in a minute. All-wheel drive, auto stop toggle, hood release. There are the pedals. These have optional all-weather floor liners, manual tilt telescoping steering wheel. And then here's our power driver's seat with 2-way power lumbar support. But I want to give a huge thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee for allowing me to review this Acadia today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. Sorry for the glare in the tint, but hopefully y'all can pause if you need to see the sticker better. $55,315 is the sticker price. And there are your fuel economy numbers there. Now I have the seat in front of me adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs, so we're gonna see how I can fit sitting behind myself in this second row. Make sure the seat's all the way back. So there's my space there, not terrible. For a 3-row SUV, pretty good. Seat back pockets are there. We have our rear AC controls. You can set that to auto, change the fan direction there, 2 USB-C ports, and a 3-prong household plug-in. Little storage space back in here. It's actually pretty deep. And there's a look at the front. And then the vents are here in the roof line here, and I like that especially because if for whatever reason you're cold and you're in the driver's seat, you can actually turn it towards you, and that's pretty slick. You got to get more air coming at the back of your neck. And then we have the LED reading lights here. There's a look at the 3rd row with it down compared to when it's up, and you get a USB-C charge port and a bottle holder on either side back there. Now your child locks are on the side, so lock, unlock there. Fuel filler. And as we come around to the back, there's a look there. Full LED tail lights, quad tip exhaust. If you need to tow something, you have a hitch receiver behind there. A power lift gate. Again, you can use the auto sense when you have the key fob on if you want to do that. But top tethers are integrated on the back of all 5 of the rear seats. And if you want a better look at the bottle holders, the USB-Cs, you can see all that there. You do have a 12-volt right here. Pull this up, have a little bit of additional storage if you want to get to that. Now as we come around to the rear passenger side, lower anchors sticking out right there. Hit this, will fold flat, so that's pretty nice to have. And then if you want to, pull this and the seat will tumble forward, and you can get easier access to the 3rd row if you want that as well. front passenger seat here, you do get that power with two-way power lumbar, which is great. Glove compartment down below. And a little storage pocket there, 12 volt behind that cover. And then as we come back around to the front, quick look in the engine bay. There's that 2.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. Sorry for the wind noise, it's brutal out here. That's why I have gloves on, it's freezing. But a quick look at the blinkers. Then we do get them in the side mirrors. And there's a look up front. But next, let's hop in the driver's seat. So nice leather wrap steering wheel here. There's the horn. Now before I dive into the infotainment system, I am going to show you what those drive modes look like here. So you hit that switch, tow haul, normal, sport, off-road, terrain there. Those are those different modes. We do get wireless CarPlay, Android Auto here, which is great. AM, FM, XM radio with Bluetooth as well. The Google Assistant system, Google Maps, your vehicle status, you can see that here, and click on the animation. You can see the air filter live, battery voltage, all of that. Or you can go within these sub menus and see all that information. Camera angles, quite a few. Backup camera, front camera. I love that we get the bird's eye view there. Helps with parking, making sure you're straight in the lines. And then ambient lighting, when equipped, you can just adjust the brightness there and the lighting, cut it on or off. And then for the climate controls, you get dual zone automatic climate. And then again, we get those rear AC controls there. So we can control all of that from this screen. And if you want to, you can adjust down here for the driver front passenger, whether you want a touch screen, adjust with that knob, or again, use up here. So it's pretty nice. And then your settings go in here. Vehicle settings include rear seat reminder, teen driver, buckle to drive. And then you can also adjust that auto sense lift gate if you want it off or on. And then if you scroll down to your system settings, you can adjust your language here, units of measurement right in there. Now this off-road app is pretty neat. So what you can do is click here, and then you can change what's shown within these little icons. Now if you hit this button here, what you can do is actually show this up on your gauge cluster. So that left side, you can have that going for whatever reason if you want to show that there, which is pretty neat. And then you can turn it on or off there from the gauge cluster. But that's pretty much all the important stuff. Your controls here include the power window lockout, the traction control, the hill descent, the auto high beams, park assist, fog lights, and then you can go to see more controls, get access to the headlamps there, and then you have the universal home remote that you can set up as well. And then you always have a shortcut for the low beams there, and the controls and the lane keeping system right in there. Volume knob dead in the center, and then while you adjust the volume, you can hit this button and you can adjust the audio volume, voice volume, and all of that there. Wireless charging pad, you get a USB-C and a USB-A duo right in there, and then bottle holders are here. Center console cubby space has a removable tray, nice LED light in there to illuminate the space as well. And there's a look at the back seat from up here. Sunglasses holder, hazards, reading lights, rear camera mirror. And then this mirror folds down. But back up front, wipers, rear wipers, fluid for the front, and then your high beams, you can toggle that there. And your shifter is here on the column, so hit the brake, pull up for neutral, reverse, drive, and then when in drive, you can activate the low gear here. And then when the low mode is on, you can use these paddle shifters to go through the limiter there, and you can see where you are in that bottom right-hand corner of the gauge cluster. And then you just press in here for park. Behind on the left side, you can toggle your track list, radio station favorites. And then on the right side, you have volume up, volume down. Cruise control, adaptive there. If you want to change from adaptive to regular, hold this button and you can change it that way. And you can adjust your speed right here, gap adjust with the forward collision alert or the adaptive cruise right there. And then your heated steering wheel toggles here, mute, Bluetooth, voice recognition, audio. And then when applicable, for example, in the audio sources, you can use this to scroll up or down, and then you can press it in as like an OK button. But this goes through your gauge faces. So 4 choices, I think, right there. Push button start. And finally, here is the key fob with remote start. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2026 Acadia AT4 with all-wheel drive out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Acadia AT4, the 2.5 turbo pickup's pretty good. Like having the all-wheel drive here, and it's just a very comfortable ride for this to be an off-road oriented SUV. I'm gonna put it into that all-wheel drive mode, and I'm probably gonna leave it here for the remainder of the test drive because that's really what I wanna test here if I'm gonna have this system. Now, obviously you can go into the front wheel drive mode if you wanna do that, but again, I wanna compare with the all-wheel drive mode, and then I also wanna put it into sport. We're gonna give it a pull getting on the interstate here. So not gonna floor it, but it's got some miles on it, so I'm gonna give it a little something. Here we go. So I found that to be quite impressive. Pretty quick on its feet. It's a nice sound, but also I feel like it pulls better compared to the front wheel drive version of that sport mode. It's very linear feeling, very nice, and yeah, I really liked it. Now I want to give one more big thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, for allowing me to review this vehicle today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But sound acoustics in here are good. The ride quality is stellar. These Traverses, Enclaves, Acadias, pretty much every trim level rides as nicely as this one does. Now, in terms of what you get for the money here, I mean, you're a little over 55 grand, but I really, really like this for the money. I think you get a really nice vehicle, 3-row SUV, pretty good space in here. If you need room for 4 or 5 kids, you have it. If you only have 2 kids, you want to fold that 3rd row down for additional storage, very easy to do. And then if the kids' friends want to ride along, or you have a dog or something, it's easy to configure that. So if you need the left side of the 3rd row down and the right side up, or vice versa, you can do that. So I just think it's a very practical SUV. You're getting 20 miles per gallon city with an all-wheel drive vehicle, 23 highway, and it's relatively fun to drive as well, especially in the all-wheel drive mode of it, if you will. And then if you want to go on the road trip and you want to save as much fuel as possible, just have it in that 2-wheel drive mode so that the front wheels are going most of the time. But I mean, it's nice, it really is. And I've driven these before, but I've never really, I guess for this model year, having the all-wheel drive and the pricing, all that, just with how the prices of everything keeps going up, I feel like this holds its own in this kind of price range. You get an all digital display, you get this newer infotainment system which feels great, the rear camera mirror, the different drive modes really makes it that much more fun for me. So if you have someone like my partner who likes to keep everything in normal mode and doesn't like to drive sporty and all that, you have that. And then if I need to borrow it for whatever reason, having that sport mode, having that all-wheel drive capability makes this a bit more bearable, especially if I'm gonna be the one paying for it. But I mean, heated seats, heated steering wheel, cooled seats doesn't really bother me because this is a darker interior, but it's not completely black and it still has a perforation to it. So I feel like it won't be as hot as, just typical black leather. But it's a nice SUV. Again, you get the all-wheel drive capability, and yeah, it's a good option in this segment. So all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2026 GMC Acadia AT4 with all-wheel drive.